What happens to this emotion? Okay, now a no-brainer question. Where should you ask for the money?
At the top.
That is the practical trade. That's where you do the close. Where should you sign the guy up?
Right there.
You
There.
sign him up and then you tell him what it's going to cost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Yes.
We'll only
So-
ask afterwards.
Yeah, what happens is when you're excited, Dan, when you're excited about making all this money,
Yeah.
and I make you choose and you choose, I'm going to say, Dan, welcome on board, buddy. This is so fucking
Without even
exciting.
me asking how much it's going to cost
Exactly.
me. All that shit.
Well, sorry, I need to record because we've spoken about sex now off screen. So I sign the person up. The further I go in the contract, the harder it is for them to say, no, I don't want to do this. At some point in time, I'm going to say to the guy, actually, just to make sure that I have everything correct, I need your ID book. Now, I don't know about you. Do you carry your ID book on you, Audrey? Yes or no? Do you carry your ID book with you?
No.
Do you? Do you?
No. Yes.
Yes, no, so it's a 50%.
Yes.
Sweet me and
I have my ID book with me everywhere I go.
No. Yes.
Check that, eh?
Passport, yeah.
Okay. He's even got a new fucking ID card. So,
That's why it's easy
So-
to carry it around.
this is the one thing that I need you to understand because I think you're making so much hard work for yourself. We need a copy of the ID.
Just a copy, guys.
Hold on. Not certified. And a photograph is acceptable. A cell phone photograph.
immediate.
They can actually send it via through you.
So,
via WhatsApp.
I don't need a photocopy of the thing. I don't need to say to the guy, who's got an ID book? Give me an ID book. Who's got an ID book?
So what
close
if you
to
don't have an ID book? You tell the guy, email it.
Yes.
Okay, that's
No,
when-
you don't email the thing. Fuck, man. Email is
He
like,
doesn't have it with him. He has to.
okay, you go home
Okay.
and then you take a clear photo with your cell phone and you WhatsApp it to me.
Oh, okay.
And now I've got a copy of your ID.
Dude,
It doesn't have to be emailed. It doesn't have to be certified. It doesn't.
Like
So this
by
is
a
how
photo.
you do it. Please, let me show people. When the client, please watch what the fuck I'm doing now. I've now got the client's ID. Dan, can you hold your ID open for me, please?
okay.
Okay, I need you to put your fingers here so that it doesn't obscure the page. Now, I'm getting him to hold the page, the ID like that for a reason. When you put the ID book here, there will be shadows from the lights. Okay, so your client holds the ID book open for you. You take your cell phone camera, and I don't want to take a photo of this shit. What should I do?
So I can hold my middle finger there.
Okay.
You don't want to
Hold it still.
middle finger on the thing now.
Boom.
Hey, nice.
You're my inspiration.
Joshua sent it yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'll take photos of people's IDs, but it's like, what if they don't have WhatsApp? Then it obviously email.
Well, the nice thing is, fuck, folks, you should have your cell phone there, and
How our clients gonna get a hold of you? Don't have you?
Worst case scenario, they've got an old cuck phone without a camera.
yeah. Well, then it becomes more effort.
Okay.
Then it becomes more effort.
You've
But
got to get it through email or
yes.
copy.
So I'll tell you what is another thing that I think specifically Dean and Dan does wrong. You make far too much of a big deal about getting the fika before we can proceed with the deal.
Yeah.
I think you guys
can
tell your
get
client,
otherwise.
please remember, I can't process this until I get your fika documents.
Yeah, I do that.
Well, that's where you fuck yourself, because now they think,
Now they know.
oh,
Oh, we-
okay, as long as I don't give the fika documents, So they must be under the
I only do that though if I see that they're not going to sign and they say something like, let me go speak to my husband or wife.
Yeah.
And I say to them, well, let me fill out the contract for you because until you send me the FICA documents, it's not going to be binding.
Okay. Don't ever use that.
Okay.
So when you get the proof of residence, we don't need the physical paper. We need a good cell phone photo of it. They WhatsApp it, it's fine. When you hand in the deal, you WhatsApp the photo to Mariki. You WhatsApp the proof of residence to Mariki. You give her the paperwork. She saves the photo, and there's all your FICA done stuff done. Fucking
So
wait.
I've got two questions though, because when you ask Dan, there's only two reasons why people don't buy this product from me. I fuck it up, or they can't afford it. So there's no shame in that, etc. Then he says, okay, yeah, no, you know it is steep, but some clients will say, no, I can't afford it, but I have to go speak to my spouse.
Okay, so let me handle that now. Now, I am not an aggressive salesman.
I'm the same. I would tell them, okay, in that case, I've already pushed them once.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
it says,
let me show you how I'm going to push him now in a very nice way, but he's going to be really fucked. Okay, so Dean, you're going to say to me, look, I've got to speak to my wife. Then I'm going to tell you the two things. And then I want to say to you, look, I really have to speak to my wife. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Dean, what are your full names?
Dean Norayson.
Okay. And your ID number?
But before I sign, yeah, let me go speak to my wife about this.
Okay. Dean, I want to ask you a very important question.
Yeah.
There are two reasons why people don't sign up with me. The first thing is I did a poor presentation.
No, it wasn't that.
Hold on before you answer. And the second thing is they can't afford it.
No,
Now, I just want to tell you something.
Yeah.
There's no shame if you can't afford our product. So I want to know, was my presentation poor or is affordability a problem now?
No, I can't afford it.
You can afford it.
Yeah, I genuinely just need to speak to her. You know, she's full of shit, so.
Okay. Here comes an important question. I just want to set the scene for the question, and then I'm going to ask you a very important question. When I spoke to you here, you told me you want 50 grand a month.
Yeah.
You told me about your dreams and goals and how important it is to you.
Yeah.
We did this exercise, and I think you know your money in the bank's not going to get you anywhere.
For sure.
We've looked at the opportunity and what the stock market can do for you. Am I right?
Yeah.
Here's my question. You go home and your wife says, no, you're not allowed to do this. Are you going to suck it up?
It's not really about her having the final say, it's just about her being in the loop.
Okay. So you just want to inform her, that's it, like a decency thing.
Yeah, exactly. We make mutual decisions. We've got kids together. I don't want to, cause shit in the household, really.
Okay. So she's not going to say no. You're just doing it as a courtesy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she says no or not. I have no
Okay,
idea.
but I want to just, if she says no, are you going to allow her to say no?
Well, she can say no. It doesn't mean I won't sign necessarily.
Okay, well, let's proceed then. What is your...
But how you do all that, then when he goes home and gets fixed documents and shit, he doesn't want to do the
Then
payment.
he's spoken to his wife.
And then it's like...
But I think
yeah,
the only reason why you will push it that far is you really did your presentation not that well, and he's afraid to say it to you.
Correct.
So you did fuck it up somewhere.
Correct.
And he's just afraid to tell you.
Yes, you shouldn't need to get to the point where I'm now trying to hard close him like that. But I want to come back to the emotions. And I want to highlight a few things. I first enroll the person and complete the contract and talk about all the stuff about payments and I get the FICA documents and I take the photos with that and all that kind of stuff. Once I'm done with that, then I say to him, okay, now that I've signed you up, now let me tell you what your expectations should be. Let's now go back to this and tell you about your expectation. What are you going to get? What are we going to do with you? What are the next steps, etc. Now I'm going to start, I'm going to spend time on this after I've done the deal to make the person happy.
Not happy.
Well, to give him value for what he's paid for. because very important now, once he's made the commitment, he signed the contract, he gave the documents, then he's committed. Now it doesn't matter if he cools down emotionally.
Yeah, it's done.
So,
married.
yes.
It's a sale.
What if you're still waiting for payment and then he like unravels outside or
I
got
think
the documents, everything?
if your presentation was cool, there should be a low chance of that.
So just need to get him more excited at that.
Of course.
Signature, basically.
I want to tell you guys that I've been selling this for,
So the money's not
excuse
a
me,
problem.
30 years. In 30 years, I had one person cancel on me. One. And I'll tell you how that happened. I went down to Welcome. I went and saw a young engineer. He was like 25. It was his first job. He recently started at this gold mine where I went to see him. I signed him up. He phoned me 3 hours later to say, listen, I spoke to my father, and my father says I'm not allowed to do this. And I still live with them in the house, and I don't really have money, and that's the story. And I said to that kid, okay, no problem. Then it's fine. But in 30 years, I've not had one fucking person cancel on me. I've not had one person who said to me, look, I'm going to make payment, or I'm going to do this or that, go back on their word and not do it.
That means he must be about 50 now. Maybe we should give him a call.
Not that old, please. Not that old. So, what bothered me about what Dan was doing, we're almost done. I want you guys to leave the traffic, this, that, whatever. He can do better here. And I'll show you how he can make it less effort when he gets to this point.
Please.
Okay, so Dan, I've now signed you up successfully. You've picked the best choice. We've done paperwork, all that shit. I've got your FICA documents.
Well,
it's all cool. I want to quickly go through the 12 steps of trading success.
Okay.
Now, the first step of trading success is you have to have a monthly income goal.
Okay.
Do you remember that I asked you here with question 2, how much money you want to make every month?
Yes.
And what did you say?
50,000.
Okay, so can you see that's what we're going to work towards for you to make?
Yes. Okay.
Before you knew what you could make, man.
That was before you knew what you could make.
Okay.
Are you still happy with 50 grand, or do you want to change it now?
R50 is fine. It's
Okay.
stepping stones.
My second question here, the things that reasons why you want to make money. Remember here 5 questions. I asked you question 5. Why do you want to trade? What was the most important thing for you?
My children's education.
Cool. I asked you here on question number 2. You said 50 grand you want to make. I said, when do you want to make that money? And what did you say?
Oh, I said yesterday.
Okay, can you see that?
Can you see that then?
Okay, we spoke about you needing the knowledge.
Yes.
And today you signed up on the course, so I'm just going to put the 11th of August 2016 here. You're a new client.
Good.
Okay. We have orientation class on a Tuesday.
Yes.
Now, I don't want to bore you with details about orientation. You're going to meet the managing director, the crazy white guy. He's going to motivate you to make a success of the stock market.
Okay.
Okay. What I want you to see is I don't labor these points.
Yeah.
I don't get into long discussions about this. It's like,
I've been stuffing up on the course because I say to him, do you think you can get rich or reach your financial independence if you don't pull your part? Like if you don't, if you're not committed to doing the course.
yeah.
And then I say to him, like he's like, yeah. And I say to him, so you understand you're gonna have to do something, you know. So that's where I think I've been stuffing up. I should rather just replace it with
Exactly. Then here by the quick trade account, and now I say to the guy, you know what, when I did the paperwork, I filled out the mandate for you, okay? And I took photos, cell phone photos of Pika. So when I go back to the office, they're going to open your trading account for you.
Boom.
Bang. Okay, you took the loan option, you added $5,000. So as soon as the paperwork's processed, we're going to transfer 5K for you into your trading account, and you're going to fucking start trading. Isn't that exciting?
That's very nice.
So when you come to orientation, next thing is we've got support people. Our support people will install the software for you.
Okay.
Once the software is installed, we're going to get you to come to a day to our premises so that you can do platform training. We're going to teach you how to use this thing. Then we're going to get you to self-manage.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to make the decisions of
And then let
how
them
you want to
ask all the
trade.
questions afterwards, right?
Yes.
Like what times, what days.
Exactly.
They might not even ask, so-
Exactly. After, okay, so Did you
Get
see,
to the
like,
point, yeah.
it's like I'm giving information. These are factual things. This is what we're going to do. Okay. We also have a trading room. You're going to come and spend a day with us there. We're going to make sure that you start trading under supervision, and you're going to actively trade every day. Because as we discussed earlier,